أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم اشف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اغفر لي ولوالدي ولجميع المسلمين والمسلمات يا عزيز يا جبار. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
alkalola konsimbaro min kontata fa Umar Jabandi ma kumandila asa opponent mati olon ka bunda ya molye ka mol bismillah ka do programme bona yo ba Umar sira
bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Mbali be konton na musolto anin kelto mba fulali al bismillah ka ton sate kono jam aliente fa min jetenting. I'm a civil servant still now. On the geological department from 1993 up to 2024. But right now, I'm a pension olokono. That is a retirement. That's why I'm with the alkali, replacing my late brother Usman Jabang. Katom satel tibi alonko. Ani inenema mfudaje ikatom wele. Sate mirimba. Ani sate barakama ba sate duwaja be ba sate lo mi alonko ala lonin sangin tema is over 300 years ni se sate lo konti kombo kono katon is second ni ko sanyang ikafole katon then you go to Busumbala then Birkama Nyolbe and other places katon ne established before those villages. Birikama nkolo fango janni be la mansa tolola bi jamano londron barwo tumo janni be mansa sotola folo akana mansa ya nyini katon ne kana ala mansa ya timma mansa muso mi mbota birikama ala bade o fele na folon ko bala wo mansa muso la mansa ya kallanke ya kono wala yatinna birikama ko la mansa ya bi ka timmano fayna katon ayna ala mansa ya timmandi jang o kola asiti mansati kato musatele mi yalon ko duwa jabi satelom la dinkra fulale be mbuli jam min keta folon koti ani bere kumoto wo bere kumoto according to history mobe laringe mi yalon ko kila la saybolom e ka fay tamimu daru kila la saybolom ni tata bere kumoto sani ibe bade tarale mi yalon ko is more than 5 meters, about 6 to 7 meters bade la jamfo odon benga wolo nako wo manke bi moti wo mu molati mi yalon ko ametale according to history ya itandi ko min belarinje saybo belarinje ka fay tamimu daru dum benga kala mutala kila la saybo ko no mobi je ka fu mu tamimu daru anata la fenko le timmandi ala yake a belata janto wala yatinna katon na duwa wata bake ni ngam miran na former president akana janne wato wati kana duwa ni wala jang atele wod lade da ay silo de da birin jam fokata faje so ngal welcome katon kono al salon ko albe history satel ko c'est historical village mi yalon ko ning al sita al ning al kalo fo ay ko do kacha ali al noko satel mer wala mi yalon ko bi satente so ngal bismillah al kalo to yala mbal be folal be ko al bismillah mbal konton al tol al konton la baflal be assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh
wato wala ata harama dum sa kenya wonya isa laf ko wala nya wonya la barwo ko ne kaka da bake mol miliya kunul long isa futema isa kunum bondi nyode ba jele ba bi min kono ani soma min bina ala sede ma ay seta nya long ay tariko fo jam mimu katon na tariko ti akuma yata bake amanken tol fongol dammanti bari mol mil fongol bebi jam akuma yata wol fongol ya bakele iko mo mi yalon ko society mi yalon ko mela tariko long ime fongol long imale tol mu jumal leti akamunta la yiro mi yalon ko aman sulo soto yiro mi yalon ko aman sulo soto wosa boyno le wato wadi society mi fon yalon ko imela tariko long you don't know who you are, you don't know your history. It's like a tree without any roots. So it's very important we know our history na long dol mu jumal leti tonya moda tenne bari be Gambia la kono katon be Gambia la kono ne katon na tariko long akamin tan ko yi fon wala tariko long woto ba umara baraka bake diamoni nyata bake yo woto ko la nimbo daje be fon wala talibo ko mandila abina ba poy modi la molla min geta mama dabo bismillah
wandi di muso bari muso kedola muso dindo ba muso for their dignity and virginity bondi abala. She is down, she is scared, she is afraid of the world, she is afraid of the people around her. What will the society say? Cause she failed again, she looked down, suddenly tears are now flowing one by one. Reality hit her hard. She wants to be the apples of his eyes. You destroyed her virginity, got her impregnated, all in the name of love. I'm done.
Bismillah, na next presental bakela consumer rights mol million ko manke ko buda design mbawol badi wollon na bari mal dol famal ane mbawol kotuma yo so be platform modi la isa ndundi ko na mi fa ya fi ya min kara program yo Mr. Ture, welcome sir.
Assalamu alaikum. Nga nature kundanko jam kondo ani nying tilibonko nga na vice principal kondo ni do ma men nanata nga Mr. Kamara na la timo mol kondo masi ani teacher men baby jam ani karamundo dinnol men bijam ketan ning normalam ko e sewo bati pour canal noma kal jube albenyadi bari nila dimbaya tata wula eta alfa foya ala ko son kalon kolbe ta kanyadi so wala ketan na dalilo de pour kana jube man dan telephone kolo damala bara diata ne pour ngana ngalje physically albenyami so tata alkalo e kuma kende fa la poto woyenji sola baki niajembe dinol bulala pour ka finti kata banta comme aliye ni sifal menke kudo karanta janto karanno la classe ko so wala nan ka finti so na finto manke nyinti budon kata kam fang se wonde dron fan se wondo bi jele mu ba ma bunyalati bare ko fon wulta men kam ma wala pour kata kara adu ngaji ke aliyo karamo kele adu ngaji ki fanan albe kala karam moy ambassador balenti ñing sata wo kono ja so wala mun na daliloti sewota kalji albeñame aɗum sewota fanan tara annin men ɓe kacala nature kunnanko aɗa kam men faaliye wo ɓe mo bankudi yalete alors yanni ko ala kole fo janni ɓe mbatula iyel lon folo so janni ɓaalon ne ɓe bankudi ya tamandila ñamen iñantela hakkol ni la ta ransilol lonnal so ngaji ki lenin Kenya alay najang ale membe karanje abal kala mutandilale ka tandal la ko banku di yanyanda ka kenyadile amanke nyinte dro yetara sirim ataya butu dro ka fo mansa kunda manyin Kenya sa ite muneke mansa kunda walla ite muneke la banku fongoy so nin ko mansa kunda tol belem ko bulu kilim buka bulu kilim buka bulo ko ni amoy bulu ko so keda dawo dar bulu fulale fode yo so ngamenu tamben ligol bela do kula dol fanan bental so nim be lotal lodula nim banko la fayta da ma bitaji so ndol la kala moto ndol la lon kam mendi wala ka bunda yela le dro ko ku se kali kolya ko te na kata mo gondi pradul sal la karam keno so wo doomu ñinete adu wo doomu ñinete men sal fahamundino ngata wol ñin ye na ye kacali so wo dolem NCC is it N GCC CC wol nata MCCA fanan nata and other groups fanan nata o be mu ñinete drom pour kal al fahamundi ka londi ak ñanta mel non sa même be kere nimme londo soto ani memma soto ila kenyal manyen na kilim jannal kana jang alkamanu nyame ye mem faale jang say allah mañal nyanta fatala wala ba tandila ko al karon kele wala ba tandila ko al londo soto ya londo kam mo falinni so say mba jube la falbe falinna because ye kuma jamale faale jang pour al so muta so nal yow muta wotal be falinnal al nata nun jan ñamen anin sa be mur la ñame be fatalal so sa mbal korosi la fo ale men karanjang al ba kafula la baluto le fata kafula ji membe kum mayara wala ne men karan ay kafula baluma okay apo men the education should change you should not remain the same now you have been educated now so we expect you to change. So we are looking forward to that change. You should not remain the same. If you remain the same as before you come here, then your coming here is useless. So we are looking forward to see that a change is happening. All right? So on that note, I'll be once more. Abdiata Nyabaka Puru Kaltaraja and Kaltaraja in this shape. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Today what I'll be doing is to give my side of my understanding about consumer rights and responsibilities, and also I would give a short piece about drug abuse, that is the trending drug that we have right now, which is schools. So I'm going to speak in Mandinka for everyone to understand, and also to show our principal and the vice and all the visitors that are here that we have really learned something from what we've been taught since we came to this place till today. So, ndatomo ay sito dramelte, ndong nyamu kafole benta bi ikafo kafo me civic club. Civic club mo kafolti menka studentol karandi ntaranyala dun sati kono. Il imari la banko kono hadama dimo taranya ite banko dimo ite nyanta mala nyame inyanta menkele la banko ye ani ite nyanta mala nyame inyom mol kam pour ka sate la nyato ta ke bulo fayje. So civic club a introduce a karamol kono la pour student not wala talibe dinno mol be ya fen karanje. So about government ba track and pour karamol be ya soto because fen no me ya lonko amanya na dana Gambia lo kona kilenta nyanta tala Gambia dula bir because fen no mo be nyanta men karan. So be memen ka chala wolong bi ka cha bunda menti wolong consumer right. Follow badamutala munon consumer. So a consumer is a person me alonko comme wala moti me alonko ite ki fan na fa fengola comme fengo me mo la ba men ki na fa fengola ka fo le consumer. Nimbi internata nyam marse to nga jabo sang nga mano sang nga sukuro sang nga dulino sang tata nga supakanya tabi wala ni nga tabi melio domo ika fo le consumer. So na tara ntengo sannen te fanan tata nga wa nte manke consumer but nente nga tale nga tabi o ko la nga di molla ya dom so momo yo dom ka fo e consumer nen na ta fanan tata marse to nga body lotion sa wala bala mutulon ni nga bala mutulo sang nga muala woton te mo consumer te ben na faka ngala so consumer basically wala comme ka soni andi wala mo labon men ki na fa fe wala ka fo le consumer so sa ni ko consumer la bunda la me ya lonko abe gambia kono jenne ndu ya bunda jamal le soto men ka different types of things handle ye nga dol soto le me ya lonke be je pour na marché to wafila nga dol soto le me ya lonke be je pour na maybe na company ne so andi nyilbe ye la nyaton kol soto le ye la agent sol soto le na sate kono la isaje ita mari ta batala ni ba komboje wala ni ba kato jam ita tala fo kotu ikata consumer right agency nyini so abetar leta mari la dinkira ma fo le ba jale ni mobla ta nyola asa sela ibe tala wala be silo so tale be futala gel ma nyame ni yo communicate saying a consumer responsibility wolon nyenti kuol me alon ko ita mari men ke nafa wo fen wala ita fana nyanta menkela so yalo iko nyanto ani responsibility na ne nyanto so do pour ka si jankela moy wotita mali inyanta menna inyanta menkela wolon yede yalla moy yekaran ifana ita ye nyol karan wolon na responsibility so consumer rights wala ita mari nyanto so dala ka fon ta lafta nyin tiolla wala lafta nyin bukolla wala lafta nyin kolal bari ita mari la responsibility moment wala ita nyanta menkela wala nyintu ko ni te yo fengota ibe na fa lalale wala iba dila men no be na fa lalale wala iba use la nyama be kala silotel wala ne ka fo ni tata let's say bala mutulo sang fashion shop iyo cosmetic shop oto ite mari la nyantolon pour ka sang ele nyantolon pour ka wala lafta nyin tulol la lafta hesal tulol la lafta nyin tuldola but then ila responsibility lon ka foko nyantalon na nyin tulo ka use nyame because ngaja we can remember bidding a play can on a school auto consumer nata nan sella ya ay tulo sambara man son chance dila sella la prior explainer be menkela atata ay tulo use nyata beti nyata because aman son sella ni ya explainer how to use that product so wol mu kula to me yanko ita mem mu yalon ke ike na fa fa ita fana nyantale ke la moy wala nyantale ka silol ta me yalon wala batin la ita nen fir la bebe na fa la wala dodo to dunna problem mo kon consumer right agency do ben na kotu jaman jam fam molla ika gal communicate no le ni problem o so dum itel ila main function moment wala itel ka menke baake ba ibe je menka molo itel consumer anin seller ninga tulo sankari bul ngaje ko nyin tulo embalo tinyale a expert al baraya people falen na ko am fental nsengo nyanto so dal ka tate ya nga fa na tata out of the limit wolon atambita wala benake kan kubati ngata gel consumer right protection ya nga fo gel ko nyin nyina keta ni telefonan wo ko nyin amanke kubati me yanka wara jawtal iba handul la wutin itella dulato je ya fo molembe menke la na tara o ben ko do sendelan na la sendi na tara benta yamar la ko ngambe ko wala may bete aya foñ but na tara te keno la wutin itella je itel fana yem bunda dol so tala me ya lon ko wol fana bi je la ka kuol men warata wati ke handul so ibajale itel ba folantel yel ay sa nyin ku kare de intel la bunda bu ko ma bari nga dulalo ne be sambala dan comme mbadi ya fa nyame ni eta fanan samba je bu ke nyaka sil ikatari kis kan ka make sure ko ite be nyin like ay sa ko yelo ko te kya so ni ma ke ibana lola mole nga mba faham kan ko di exactly so sign ita gel number men call walong 50032 ika consumer right protection ika gel communicate bari ma fo ita bitugo te mburon sokala sa ni mburo be jari yata gel no man o foolish case wal datiji but then near kusa to meanka manke sawoti, you can raise it up because imari la jata kende ya wolon first. So nganyere sotale bi and inshallah mba jama kella inshallah. So I'm going to read a short piece about drug abuse, and the poem is entitled "The Killer Drug." Here it goes. We have a very big drug. When the thunder starts, when the pistol sounds, the lightning comes, and the drug stays. It doesn't have a leg, a hand, an eye, or walks. But it gets into your brain, it crushes everything, and you had to bow down and say, I am up to you. The boom sounds, boom. It's not a thunder. It's not a big thunder. It's just a little thing that you use containing bones of human beings, not just bones. It has chemicals in them that could grind your brain, mix it up, have you to think up and down, and you say, I think I'm seeing a swimming pool on the sky. What a foolish say. It's a drug that can just confuse you once in a while. It's a drug that can make you think as fast as you can, but hey, that's not the right way to use. Kush, the name sounds good, but as dangerous as it is, if you know, you would never come close. We won't talk about where it comes from. We won't discuss how it get here, but what we can do is how to prevent it. What we can do is a way to find to get away from it. You call your friends, let's go, boy, kus like a bunko berry. No, it's a wrong misconception. Let me tell you, Kus is there to destroy you. It's a destruction. It's a killer. You have to know what you want and run for it. Kush is a deadly drug. A drug that has no mercy for its victim. A drug that can just kill you within a minute. A drug that can make you think as stupid as you can be. A drug that can make you walk like a mad person. A drug that can make you freeze for an hour without moving. Something you've been trying to do for a year. What do you think Kus could be? A drug to use? It's not like cigarette. You smoke, finish, use another packet. You use just one sip. You take 2-3 puffs and then you're out of the line. You're talking to your friends and telling them, I think I'm seeing a beautiful girl. When it's not a girl, it's just a rock you imagining to see a girl. If I see my fellow brothers acting, trying to swallow their tongues, others killing themselves, others hitting their heads on the wall, I stay and say, Mune jartal. Ika fotai ta do kola, ta ye fan nafa, but ima fotai ti fandi drog la mense la dunia tinyano. Ima fotai ye fandi saba fengo la mense niotano. We have people that die in rivers because they're trying to satisfy their nation. They try to get away with the anger that people are telling them, imantare fan nafakam. But no one ever advised a human being to go and use a drug to find a way to get money. No one advises a human being to go and use a drug to build a mansion. Ninga Gambia Bulantata Bagway is because I want to make mama proud. But in Tokushtala, I said I want to make mama proud. I'm cursing tears on mama because she is crying day and night trying to find a way to get me medicine, trying to find a way to make me cure, and you are there using the word kush. You said it's the best drug. You call your boys and tell them, boy, kush like a dunya, but ni mama and tatal. You're fooling yourself. Let's find a way to run this country without killing ourselves. If all the youths die, who are going to lead our country? If we all give ourselves to kush, what are we going to say tomorrow? If we give ourselves to the deadly drug, who is going to run the country? Who would be the president? Who would defend the youth? Who would stand for the young? Who would stand for the voiceless? So you are here to stand for the voiceless. Don't call yourself the killer. Call yourself the one that kills. Call yourself the one that brings solutions. And that's why we are called the youths of Gambia. Civic Club stands for us today and tomorrow.
The assistant head guard is Limon.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Kamara kunang ko nenture kunang ko fokom ko lebaba. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Good. All right. My name is Ami MK a student of Kotu Senior Secondary School and a member of the Kotu Civic Club. Well, we are here for a purpose to, specifically I'm here to talk on sexual and gender-based violence. Okay, let me just say it in Mandinka. Ndato ma Ami MK lati nata jam pour ka kacha topiko me yalon ko walem gender-based violence. Alright. Sexual and gender-based violence refers to harmful objects directed at an individual based on their gender. Ninga for sexual and gender-based violence, I mean walem come to do come put a thing harmful come put a thing harmful ke hadama dungo me yalongo kuwa nyimba diminele ka hadama dingo tilimbali ada ni fengo fenke hadama dingo either by words or action me yalongo ama like it's a violence to it's a gender-based violence. It comprises a range of violations including sexual abuse, exploitation, harassment, domestic violence, and harmful traditional practices like female genital mutilation and child marriage. Sexual and gender-based violence often results in physical, emotional, and psychological harm. So in sexual and gender-based violence, I different sectors lesoto. As a tarano like sexual violation, as a tarano fana come physical harassment, come more harass physically and also psychologically. So I believe Alia understand memo sexual and gender-based violence. Now we are going to the types of sexual and gender-based violence. That is sexual violation. Includes rape, sexual assault, and forced prostitution. Nimol ko sexual violation, I mean walam ka muso la come to muso rape. War is part of sexual violation. Come ilafta ini muso ye kafu wayatara muso nyi man lafi o ini kewa ye kafu wayatara kewa nyi fana man lafi wala iba force kanne abake kambara man ka sawote amanka kom aman tara ni dia satakan je dal aman la fala. War is also under sexual and gender-based violence. So that is the sexual violence under the types of sexual and gender-based violence. We also have physical violence, involves physical harm such as beating or assault. Now physical violence sotole, men I believe wale gena siata mola dinkiralto like he said haniye dingo mengulu yata ya lipar nyame ya lonko come is very dangerous. Isa mari mantora no alabi anala sama. Wofanang is under physical violence which we are saying no to it. So any komome yalonko is into these practices amari nyantaka stop because it's a violation of the individual's rights. Even though the person is your child, your younger sister, or whatsoever the person might be to you, you don't have any right to violate the person's right by hitting the person, beating the person, or even you involve yourself in assault towards any person. We also have emotional and psychological violence, includes threats, verbal abuse, and emotional manipulation. So emotional violation, what it has to do with mola miralnya, mola hakiloda. Come, for example, ni mo fula be futuola, like they were married. If in any futu tele kewani muso, they had something in their like ila futu bungo kono a problem or anything. So ni wo futuo banta and maybe kuonying is so embarrassing that me alonko muso nyi man lafi wala kewani man lafi for that to be disclosed to people, to the community or to the environment they are. So ni kewani ko abe wo disclose like na be wo use can like to tell the ex-wife that I'm going to use this against you. Mbafola moleko yenyi kom nine hapunta dal. That also is a psychological violation which Molmantara wa advocate can like we are trying to stop it by all means. And verbal abuse kakumol for molye. Meyalongo is abusive. The person does not like it. Wofanang is under psychological violation. For example, even in our schools, it do happen. Nakata ini mol be school oto. Eba fola Mario ko ela nyin kumba ela nyin daba. If wo Mario among will like the person don't like that, you don't have any right to do it. If you are doing it, then you are violating the right of the person, and that is under psychological violations. So we also have economic. Let me take the last type of sexual and gender-based violation that is harmful. That is economic violence. Involves controlling accesses to financial resources or employment. Comme kajele jama ni molbe do ko ke kam kombadi ngolye. Like sometimes memendo pula will be more than what we are paid, simply because ni mundi ngolati or ni mumbari ngolati. Wofanang is a violation of the person's right. So for the money ka trial by all means to stop those practices. So for the last part, ways mbesilol jumala tala to prevent this, because right now in the society we are living, this sexual and gender-based violence is rampant. So taman ser jumala tala purka will stop mola in society to. First is awareness and education. Promoting awareness about sexual gender-based violence through education, media, campaigns, and community outreaches, which right now. That is to raise awareness. Right now, we are all the way from Kotu, Molnata Jang. We reach out to the community of Katong to tell people more about different topics, like to enlighten people about gender-based violence. What is, because some of us are involved in it and we don't even know that we are involved in it. So Molbeni Menke Kamfana is also a way to prevent it, because I believe if I stand here today and make most of you understand what sexual and gender-based violence is and how harmful it is to the life of others, I think that also can be a step in which we can prevent it in our societies. We also have legal protection, that is strengthening laws and policies that protect victims and prosecute perpetrators. Bankola Lua, that is the 1997 Constitution. It has an act, that is the Women Act. In that act, like if people are victims of this, how are they going to do? What is the Gambian law going to do in order to protect them from this? If anyone is involved in this sexual, like harassing people sexually, psychologically, or physically, any type of harassment, there are laws that can protect us from it. So wofanamu silolati meya lonko as a sexual and gender-based violence tala mola dinkiralto. We also have the final one will be empowerment programs, supporting the economic and social empowerment of vulnerable groups, especially women and girls. Like boys are also part, because boys are also raped, but most especially, like it is more often done to females. So empowering girls and women is also a way in which to prevent this, because if girls are empowered, if girls are taught all this and are taught how to seek for redress if they fall into this trap, that is obviously going to reduce the level of sexual and gender-based violence in our communities. So that is it. And if anyone falls into this, here are the numbers that you can call to seek for redress. That is 1313 or 3030. You can reach out to these numbers so you can be given redress at any time. Thank you so much.
Control jandi basambila bana sate al falbe controlna kabwal kalo do kana jinan duma mbulubala menketa fama bidati Mr. Sanya ne controlna anen Mr. Cham anen marala felenga Mr. Tura Suja. They are all experts in different areas. ntela diamo amanta lo manta mela mbadiamu la damin fanna la wala mo ntelu fondinkelu bi niya nkono janjibe nga future doctor ol soto janne nga businessman ol soto janne andum nga soldier ol soto janne nga politician ol soto janne nga president ol soto janne nga vice president ol soto janne woto bi ni bemo kumandi da dalilo men kama wala mo for us to be responsible and for us to take responsibility for a song ko ntelle tamu bankoti ntelle tamu na society ti na society treat in a way me yalo ko na society I deliver nye I yiri dingol falendi nye mini yalo ko na soma dimbayal isimu na fanga alba lori lo kama min kan alla na jang katon fanam mu satere ti mi yalan ko asate ning sate mamulum gambia kon kabo koyna kana jina sate lo mi yalan ko adamale fankaso suto anim bolon sota nyoka ni yala marala jibe isadul senegal kon consumer right and protection mi yalan ko amu a key topic ti jang wo mu fennati mi yalan ko asembo warta jamma fa ngala baki bayri niya jibe fen jamala kabona Senegal, Guinea, Mali or other countries many along ko their neighboring countries ikananan through carton na jang ikadun na sade kono and many kadun jang wala kadun gambe kono nina la drug fanana fanala drug jama mi along ko abeka saba especially the most famous drug being introduced recently coming for Kus mo jamal bi jang niya cross bake e kalon ko adunta ni frontiere la manke gambia amanke ko fenno bi yalon ko adada jannato walla kumas jannato adunta na banko kan silol la min yalon ko illegal silol lo dundula lo min yalon ko e manke dundula ta karangol na borderline wo fanam da bundal bi yalon ko na sola bunda balo drug mu fanna de bi alon ko meta ka advocate jang ba ko sensitize kan jang for the past 1 month musilandala de bi alon ko na funding kel fanan kafun na wato dol bije media whatsapp media groups sol bije na bi alon ko sate bi bije mon bi alon ko kadiamu ka mol sensitize akolla ka kacal fanan yelele mi yalan ko ni mol ka kacamin drug law enforcement agencies la do bulal so woto alka kumol min be ko jam min be ka jade jam kullo mi yalan ko be sate mal sate bi ndella sate bi asura de nin ko la dun nin ko regulata wala mon fanan na nyaato tati so woto alla na man kum tayya kuma ta bakel principal o mi yalan ko wole bunda yele nimba tenduro ni jayro mulundela tanturo ka tentubaki pour akani sila sifa yele pour kana sade kono ka mol kalamtande walla ke hakilo bulandi walla min yalan ko walla mu na fadat iko hadama dingo min fisamante yada hadama dingo beti wala moti mi yalan ko akaranta fenna anata murum ay mul karanda be responsibility min balatel kan especially the students wala munyinti ko bi aliya min karan ayal nafa nyala mi yalon ko alla sinin sama alla dimbal min binala ning alketa minister dinal keta permanent secretary aliya lowo dulalla ka wolda ma wo kolling ke soldim fa bayri be yalon ko ntella banko kan jang especially na satel to molle je min yalon ko niaji be 90% abe man kara an ni na do kara nal min jibe 10% o min jibe olle 1% ka hakilo tu aka fema min sang aka kaito jibe aka lom nim fema dada ta nyaadile anin aboda mun tolto fo ad bediyata na jala kendiyata fa amam bediyata na jala kendiyata min ka wo kara min ka wo fahama adanka doya bakel woto responsibility min bankan somo wala siyata min bankan bi son sa kata mbe nga ke sama alfaluti bi ntello musama alfaluti ñinula time o bantale ntelle tatude je ye min domo min tambita koma wala siyata min tute ñaato woto bi dunuwo dunu bantale kan pour ka soma dadalom ma ken tel kumola baydi tafon bayen tempo min to bayri I am in my mid 30s to 40 ni nga 30 40 lawo kan koteke tumando bato mba tambile ni sangola so iba jela ko ntambita na half of my life lale so min tutanye je haraje do molom woti so mbamira la min na wolom dinni wolti min maltelti be sakata nga nyobulo muta al nada community min kono niyamoy community nyomutolom nyo fasa ntella katon alsa karanno minna wala nyo mutoti ka nyo fasa ka nyo tanko wala kumayata abeti ni baluta isimayate man tanka ila baluwo aman cempe nin almurunta alla karambugol to alsa nyo muta ale ke nyo fasa lati nale nyoje kukono ale nyo tanka kono sinin sama wala balbe na fal bayri nka mini be fo jang abe mu tankolet an tanko bunda dum niyaji be nata mankita banko kan tomo bele kan nas so nadia mo janna ba jam fala mbal tentula mbal jeyla sasanya bitan bade bu kolom de fo nga bonde bade bu nga sambati bo rek wota bayela nadda ba kunna gol fanan nga kenje jetati yam ha al sabar ala barka baake
I acknowledge the presence of the principal of the school of Kotu Senior Secondary School and the vice, and also the presence of the youth leader of Carton and the representative of GCCTC and the principal brother. Okay, before wasting much of the time, I want to thank the community of Carton by welcoming us in a very peaceful and wonderful way. I can't say much since time is not on our side, but I will say thank you for receiving us. And the reason why we even choose Carton is because we have been informed that the village where you have the mouth river of the Gambia, due to its origin in terms of the geographical location of the Gambia, it is very, nice. Everywhere is refreshing, and it's very conducive for people to learn. And also the community, as the community leader said, the most thing that we could learn, that we will learn from Kano, ila nyomuto, anila nyokano, anila badia. Anu ngotarajan. Wara say ndal fana nimmin bitala, principal fana nimmin bitala. Karamudo dinul mofulol miliye presentation o ke inyantalo non ko mi yesi jam yo kele foka pare momin ben tembelado akado mol nyaado akamol sensitize about their rights in terms of consumer responsibility, akamol sensitize about the gender-based violence at this tender age. How could that person be in their tertiary level? This will inform that we are having a very vibrant leaders here. So I bet you all here, we have the very vibrant future leaders here. So amanjari Alex Kasoro nataro jan karam bake kan ne kende ka ko annum fana na nyomuto nyen advice minna sakata ngomutan da malitema nale nyomuta almuga alta boyno albida nyato doron annum we have to be civic, we have to be responsible. That's why we are here. And the theme of this camp is to Gambia's future nurturing, responsible, and informed citizens. So we are expected to be concordance with this thing. And I thank all the participants that give their deliberations. I was very amazed about this. And I also expect out of them, I expect many presenters in the future that can be the ambassadors of this country to promote patriotism and popular participation. And I thank you all.